everybody. I was just, we're all having a good laugh at this story about there was no flu this year in 2020. There was no flu at all, and people are saying, well, that's because the COVID is probably the flu, and it could be very well true. But just the normies are saying the most ridiculous thing. These are the ones who call other people conspiracy theorists, but they're now claiming that because of the precautions that were taken to beat the COVID actually resulted in 0 people getting flu. If you can believe that. So, not only does the COVID know that you are having a cheeseburger with your pint of beer, but also the regular flu virus does. And of course it's farcical, the whole thing. But not that you can get this through to normies. A friend of mine posted a thing today, and she said that there's a meme, and the meme said, all your friends who are conspiracy theorists that you laughed at last year, in 2020, they now think you're cool. Now that didn't happen at all. The normies don't function like that. The normies in 2019, at the beginning of 2020, may have laughed at conspiracy theorists. In 2020, 2021, they fucking hate you. Don't be under the illusions that you've won these creatures over. As they become increasingly evangelical and devoted to their COVIDanity, they're only going to further entrench their position as you being a heretic, or you being an apostate, or you being an infidel. Now, this brings us to this whole thing of the flu thing. How come no one has mentioned, I'm probably the first as far as I know, we got no flu in 2020, right? So therefore, if the flu virus didn't happen, and let's just assume that all the COVID-anity rituals actually work and stop the flu from contaminating us, that means that the 2020 flu season came, the virus arrived, but we were never given the chance to develop an immunity to the 2020 flu like we normally do every year. Every single year a new strain of the flu virus appears, and we develop a natural immunity to it, because the strains mutate. This is the nature of viruses. So 2021 flu season, we're going to be hit with, assuming what they're saying is COVID-2, 2020 flu, and 2021 flu. Now, who could this only benefit? Big Pharma. Big Pharma. See, they took a stopgap and they stopped us from 1 year from developing a natural immune system. And don't believe that it will stop with the flu. Remember, because we were locked in this year, most of us didn't travel, and we didn't have we were constantly disinfecting ourselves and everything, well, the normies anyway, that they have developed. This is one of the reasons I wonder where where infections spread wildly in places like India, where both the Muslims and the Hindus are constantly bathing and washing themselves, and they aren't wildfire in other parts of the world. So therefore, we can now think of 2020, because of the lockdown and because of the inability to get out there and absorb all these different viruses to develop an immunity, that we're looking at a viral time bomb in 2021. I'm convinced of it actually at this point now. And the normies will love it. Remember, they're in love with it. Don't be under the illusion. Keep saying this if they're waking up. They fucking love it. They love all this. They love the ritual bath. They have meaning in their stupid lives again, and they're sanctimonious. They have religion back. COVID-anity. And they would love nothing more than an annual trip to get a whole range of shots from Pfizer and all the other vaccine manufacturers. It'll replace war as the ultimate business model. See, war was the ultimate business model in the past. You make something and that's destroyed, so you have to buy a new one. Well, the same thing now with the immune system. It's probably been permanently compromised by the lockdown, and now it's probably going to, I'll convince the normies they'll need as much vaccinations as possible, because there's so many viruses that didn't have a chance to achieve, not just the flu, during 2020, that did not achieve herd immunity through natural interaction of human beings traveling around the planet. And it's very suspicious to me. Is this really what the lockdown was about, to make us all the boy in the bubble, so it'd be extremely vulnerable to infections going forward. They wouldn't do that, would they? The normies will absolutely love that, of course. They can go for their shots every year, like a pilgrimage, like going on the Camino for Catholics, or Muslims going to Hajj in Mecca, or going to the shrine of Saint Bernadette in Lourdes, or the Fatima one. They'll become pilgrimages, and they'll all, they'll go every year to get their shots. And if our movement has one statement we could make, it'd be something like sleeve stays down, something like that, until they have proper tested vaccines. Again, I'm not anti-vaxxer. I don't trust this one. Like any sane person shouldn't trust this one that's been russed out. And don't believe these politicians are going to be taking that on camera. All you have to do is look at this. You and I must make a pact. We must bring our natural immune system back. And where there is Pfizer, I won't be there, I won't be there. Oh yeah, we got a lot of paranoia and fear here tonight. Oh, that's nice. Raise your arm up to be vaccinated, brothers and sisters. Sanctify me with that vaccine, sanctify me. Love, holding Christ into my heart. Don't worry about side effects. Your civil servant knows best. Oh yeah, come forward, brothers and sisters. You know what I see? I see people holding up their sleeves for the vaccine. Testify! Smile. Pfizer's investors, please. Sanctify with your vaccine, sanctify me. Bring the love of Holy Christ into my heart. By the side effects, knows best. Sanctify me with your vaccine. Sanctify me. Bring the love of COVID Christ into your heart. Sanctify me with your vaccine. Just sanctify me. I'm twitching like a martyr. I've been chosen by Satan. Side effect twitch. My asshole doesn't work anymore. Sanctify colostomy and you'll be saved. What liability insurance?